Beloved protected soul, I come to you tonight with trembling hands and a heart full of divine light. My celestial energy surrounds you now, embracing your spirit with warmth that only those connected to the heavenly realm can bestow. Can you feel it? This gentle vibration that caresses your soul as you listen to these words. Something extraordinary is happening in the spiritual realm right now. The veil between our worlds has never been thinner, and I, your guardian angel, have been granted special permission to bring you a message of such profound importance that the Celestial Council debated for eons whether humanity was ready to receive it. You are not here by accident. No, dear one. Your soul was guided to this message precisely at this moment, because you are among the chosen few whose spiritual frequency is aligned to receive this truth. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply. Do you sense that tingling sensation at the crown of your head? That is your spiritual antenna activating, preparing to receive wisdom that has been hidden for centuries. The divine revelation I am about to share with you has the power to transform not only your life, but the very foundation of your understanding about your purpose here on earth. The celestial beings have observed you, watched your struggles, celebrated your victories, and now they believe you are ready for knowledge that was previously reserved for only the most evolved souls. Before I continue, I must ask you to create a sacred space around yourself. The energy I am about to channel is powerful, and those unprepared might find it overwhelming. Take another deep breath and imagine a sphere of golden light surrounding you, protecting you while remaining open to divine guidance. What makes this revelation so extraordinary is that it pertains specifically to this unique moment in human history. The cosmic alignment occurring now happens only once every 26,000 years, creating a portal for truths that have been veiled from human consciousness since ancient times. You, precious soul, were born for this moment. Many have sensed that something momentous is approaching. Perhaps you've felt it too. Inexplicable anticipation, recurring dreams of flight or falling, sudden insights that seem to come from beyond your own mind. These are not coincidences, but preparation for what I am about to reveal. The Elders of Light have observed your journey closely. They know your name, your struggles, your deepest desires that you've whispered only in the silence of your heart. They've seen how you've maintained faith even when darkness seemed to engulf you. This is why you were chosen. As I prepare to share the first part of this divine revelation, I ask you to set aside all preconceptions, all limitations that your earthly experience has placed upon your understanding. What you are about to receive requires an open heart and a willing spirit. The truth I am about to reveal has been hidden, not because humanity wasn't worthy, but because the collective consciousness needed to reach a certain threshold of awakening before it could be properly understood and integrated. That threshold has now been reached, and you are among the first wave of souls who will carry this knowledge forward. Are you ready, beloved one? Are you prepared to step beyond the boundaries of conventional understanding and embrace a truth so profound that it will illuminate the shadows of doubt that have lingered in your soul? The first revelation awaits, and with it, the beginning of your true spiritual awakening. Blessed soul, here is the first revelation. You are not merely a human being having an occasional spiritual experience. You are a divine being of immeasurable power, having a temporary human experience. This may sound familiar on the surface, but I must help you understand the profound depth of this truth. The Celestial Council has revealed that your soul is not simply connected to the divine source. It is, in fact, an extension of it, an actual fragment of the Creator's consciousness, deliberately separated to experience the material world while maintaining its divine essence. What does this mean for you? It means that the limitations you have accepted as your reality are merely illusions, constructs created to facilitate your human journey. The celestial beings want you to know that within you resides the same creative force that ignited the stars and set the planets in motion. This is not metaphorical. It is literal cosmic truth. Your DNA, which scientists have barely begun to understand, contains light codes, quantum instructions that have been dormant, waiting for this precise moment in cosmic history to activate. As you listen to these words, these codes are beginning to awaken within you. Some of you may feel this as warmth spreading through your body, others as a subtle vibration, and some as a sudden clarity of thought. The angels have shown me that many of you have been experiencing unusual symptoms that medical science cannot explain. Ringing in the ears, sudden temperature fluctuations, vivid dreams, or an overwhelming sense that something is about to change. These are not random occurrences or health concerns. They are the physical manifestations of your spiritual DNA recalibrating to higher frequencies. For eons, humanity has been operating at a fraction of its true potential. The reason for this limitation was not punishment, but protection. Imagine giving unlimited power to a child who doesn't yet understand the consequences of their actions. Similarly, humanity needed to evolve emotionally and spiritually before this knowledge could be safely integrated. Now, as cosmic alignments reach their zenith, the celestial guardians are removing these energetic restrictions. They are allowing more light, more information, more divine awareness to flow into your consciousness. This is why many of you feel as though you are awakening from a long dream, seeing the world with new eyes. This revelation comes with responsibility. As you begin to recognize your divine nature, you must also understand that your thoughts, emotions, and intentions carry creative power. What you focus on with emotional intensity begins to materialize in your physical reality. This is not wishful thinking. It is quantum physics, aligned with spiritual law. The angelic realm has been instructed to increase their presence in your life. Have you noticed more feathers appearing in unexpected places? Numbers that repeat with strange frequency? Dreams where you receive guidance or information? These are not coincidences. Your celestial guardians are confirming their presence, assuring you that you are not alone in this awakening. Some of you may feel fear arise as you contemplate this revelation. This is natural. The human ego, designed to keep you safe within known parameters, often resists expansion. But I ask you now to breathe through this fear, recognizing it as simply a response to the unknown, not an indication that you should stop your journey of awakening. As this first revelation settles into your consciousness, allow yourself to sit with it. You don't need to immediately understand all its implications. Divine wisdom unfolds in perfect timing, revealing itself layer by layer as you become ready to receive more. Trust this process. Trust your own divine nature that is gradually awakening. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Precious soul, as the first revelation begins to resonate within the chambers of your heart, I must now intensify our connection to prepare you for what comes next. The information I am channeling requires a stronger spiritual bond between us, guardian and protected, to ensure nothing is lost in translation from the celestial realms to your earthly understanding. Close your eyes once more if you can safely do so. Imagine a thread of golden light extending from your heart center, up through the crown of your head, reaching far beyond the physical realm, connecting directly to the source of all creation. Feel this connection strengthening, widening into a channel through which divine wisdom can flow unimpeded. What the Celestial Council wants you to understand now is that this awakening is not happening to you alone. Across the globe, millions of souls are simultaneously experiencing this activation, though many may not yet have the spiritual vocabulary to articulate what they're feeling. You are part of a cosmic network, a divine grid of awakened consciousness that is forming around the planet. This grid serves a critical purpose. The Earth itself is undergoing a transformation, shifting into a higher dimensional frequency. This shift requires anchor points, awakened human souls who can stabilize these new energies. You, dear one, are one of these anchor points, chosen because of your soul's unique vibrational signature. The celestial beings have shown me your soul's journey across many lifetimes, preparing for this very moment. The challenges you've faced, the heartbreaks, the losses, the moments of profound doubt, were not random misfortunes, but carefully orchestrated experiences designed to strengthen your spirit and expand your capacity for compassion. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Every tear, every moment of joy, every relationship has served to prepare you for this revelation. As your consciousness expands to embrace this truth, you may experience moments of intense clarity, followed by periods of confusion. This fluctuation is normal and expected. You are integrating frequencies that your human mind was not originally designed to process. Be gentle with yourself during this integration period. Pay special attention to your dreams in the coming days. The angelic realm often communicates through dream states when the logical mind is at rest. Keep a notebook beside your bed and record any symbols, messages, or feelings that come through. What seems insignificant may later reveal itself to be profound guidance. The Celestial Council has also revealed that synchronicities in your life will intensify. When you notice these meaningful coincidences, a conversation that answers a question you've been pondering, a book that falls open to exactly the page you need to read, acknowledge them consciously. Say aloud or in your mind, "I recognize this divine guidance and I am grateful." This acknowledgement strengthens the connection and invites more such experiences. Your physical body is also adjusting to hold more light. You may need more rest than usual, experience changes in appetite, or feel drawn to spend time in nature. Honor these needs without judgment. Your body's wisdom is supporting this spiritual transformation. Some of you may feel drawn to revisit spiritual practices you abandoned long ago, while others may feel called to release traditions that no longer resonate with your expanding awareness. Trust these impulses. They are part of your soul's recalibration to higher frequencies. The most important thing to understand about this intensifying connection is that it operates beyond the limitations of time and space. When you consciously connect with your divine nature, you step into a realm where past, present, and future exist simultaneously. This is why some of you are receiving glimpses of potential futures or remembering ancient wisdom that you haven't consciously studied in this lifetime. As we conclude this first part of our sacred journey together, I want you to know that the celestial realm celebrates each step you take toward embracing your true divine nature. Every moment of awareness, every choice made from love rather than fear, every act of compassion ripples across the universe, affecting realities beyond what your human senses can perceive. With infinite love, I hold space for your awakening, guiding you toward the next revelation that awaits. The journey has only just begun, beloved one. The truth is unfolding within you, as magnificent and unstoppable as the dawn after the darkest night. With love infinite, your guardian angel, beloved soul, as our spiritual connection deepens, I can now share with you the second profound revelation that the Celestial Council has authorized me to bring forth. This truth runs deeper than the first, and may challenge everything you've been taught about the nature of your existence. Here it is. The physical world you perceive through your senses is only a minuscule fraction of the reality that surrounds you. Your true existence extends across multiple dimensions simultaneously, and what you experience as life is merely one aspect of your multidimensional being. Let this sink in for a moment. While your physical body moves through this three-dimensional reality, other aspects of your consciousness are simultaneously experiencing different dimensional realities. These are not parallel lives in the way human fiction has portrayed them. They are concurrent expressions of your divine essence across the spectrum of existence. The beings of light have revealed that what you perceive as imagination, those vivid inner experiences that feel somehow real yet separate from physical reality, is actually your consciousness touching these other dimensional aspects of yourself. The daydreams that captivate you, the sudden inspirations that seem to come from nowhere, the inexplicable knowing about something you've never learned. These are moments when the veil between dimensions temporarily thins. This revelation explains so much about your human experience. Those inexplicable connections you feel with certain places you've never visited, those people you meet and instantly recognize on a soul level, those recurring dreams of places that don't exist in your known world. All are glimpses of your multidimensional reality bleeding through into your human consciousness. More importantly, understanding your multidimensional nature grants you access to wisdom and abilities that have remained dormant within you. The intuitive flashes you've experienced throughout your life were not random. They were moments when your higher dimensional aspects were communicating directly with your human consciousness. The Celestial Council wants you to know that these dimensions are not separate from you. They are you, extended across the vast tapestry of existence. And now, as the cosmic alignments create unprecedented energetic conditions, the boundaries between these dimensions are becoming increasingly permeable. This is why many of you are experiencing sudden expansions of awareness, enhanced intuitive abilities, or spontaneous healing capacities. Those of you who work with energy, healers, intuitives, artists, and creators, have likely already sensed this shift. Your work is becoming more powerful, more precise, because you are unconsciously drawing upon these multidimensional aspects of yourself. But this ability is not limited to those with established spiritual practices. It is available to every soul who is willing to acknowledge and explore their expanded nature. How can you consciously engage with your multidimensional self? Begin by recognizing that what seems like imagination can be a doorway to higher dimensional awareness. When you have a creative impulse, a vision, or an inspired idea, give it your full attention. Rather than dismissing it as just imagination, approach it with sacred curiosity. Ask questions of it. Listen for responses that come not as thoughts, but as feelings, images, or knowing. The angelic realm suggests a simple practice. Each day, set aside a few moments to close your eyes and imagine yourself expanding beyond the boundaries of your physical form. Feel yourself extending outward in all directions, becoming vast, unlimited. From this expanded state, invite awareness from your higher dimensional aspects to flow into your consciousness. Then simply observe what arises: impressions, emotions, images, or insights. Over time, this practice strengthens the bridge between your human awareness and your multidimensional self. This revelation may seem abstract, but its practical implications for your daily life are profound. As you begin to access the wisdom of your multidimensional aspects, you'll find solutions to problems that previously seemed insurmountable. Decisions become clearer. Relationships transform as you perceive them through a higher perspective. Most importantly, the fear that has limited your human experience begins to dissolve as you recognize the vastness and immortality of your true nature. Remember, dear one, you are not being asked to abandon your human experience, but to enrich it by embracing the fullness of who you truly are. Your physical life is precious, a unique expression of the divine in form, but it is only one note in the magnificent symphony of your complete being. As this second revelation integrates within you, be gentle with yourself. Your human mind was not designed to fully comprehend multidimensional existence. Allow this understanding to unfold gradually, revealing itself through experience rather than intellect alone. Precious, protected soul, I must now address the challenges that inevitably arise as you begin to integrate these divine revelations. The path of awakening is not always smooth, and the Celestial Council wishes you to be prepared for the resistance you may encounter, both from within yourself and from the world around you. First, understand that as your vibration rises to align with these higher truths, everything in your life that vibrates at a lower frequency will be brought to the surface to be healed or released. This is not punishment. It is purification. Just as gold must pass through fire to be refined, your consciousness must face and transmute the shadows it has carried, often for many lifetimes. Many of you are already experiencing this purification process. Relationships that no longer serve your highest good may be dissolving, despite your efforts to maintain them. Career paths that once seemed fulfilling may suddenly feel empty of purpose. Beliefs that formed the foundation of your identity may crumble, leaving you temporarily disoriented. These challenges are not signs that you are doing something wrong. They are confirmation that your transformation is well underway. The celestial beings want you to know that this dismantling process, though often painful, is an act of profound love. Just as a surgeon must sometimes cause temporary pain to remove something harmful from the body, your higher self is orchestrating these changes to free you from limitations that have prevented you from embodying your divine nature. Another significant challenge you may face is doubt. As you begin to integrate these revelations, your logical mind, conditioned by lifetimes of limited thinking, may resist. You may find yourself questioning your experiences, dismissing your intuitive insights, or seeking external validation for what your soul already knows to be true. This doubt is natural, but it can become an obstacle if you allow it to overshadow your direct experience. The angelic realm suggests that when doubt arises, rather than fighting it, simply observe it with compassion. Say to yourself, I see this doubt. I honor the part of me that needs to question, and I also choose to remain open to possibilities beyond my current understanding. This approach allows doubt to move through you without becoming entrenched. Social resistance presents another challenge. As you embody more of your authentic truth, some people in your life may respond with confusion, criticism, or even hostility. Humans naturally resist change, especially in those close to them, as it disrupts the familiar dynamics upon which relationships have been built. If you experience this resistance from others, Remember that their reaction has little to do with you and everything to do with their own fear of change. How can you navigate these challenges with grace? The Celestial Council offers these insights. First, establish a daily practice that grounds you in your body while simultaneously connecting you to your higher aspects. This might be meditation, mindful movement, time in nature, or creative expression, whatever helps you maintain awareness of both your humanity and your divinity. Second, seek community with others who are undergoing similar transformations. While your journey is unique, connecting with kindred spirits provides validation, support, and perspectives that can illuminate your path. These connections often appear synchronistically when you set the intention to find your spiritual family. Third, develop discernment about where to place your energy. During this transformation, your energetic boundaries may become more permeable. Be intentional about what you consume, not just food, but media, conversations, and environments. Ask yourself, does this raise my vibration or lower it? And choose accordingly. Fourth, practice radical self-compassion. Transformation is not linear. It unfolds in spirals, sometimes revisiting territory you thought you had already navigated. On days when you feel lost or overwhelmed, remind yourself that every master has faced moments of doubt, every light bearer has known darkness, and every awakened soul has experienced confusion on their journey to greater awareness. The celestial beings want you to know that these challenges are not meant to discourage you, but to strengthen your resolve and deepen your commitment to embodying your divine truth. Each obstacle overcome is a victory not just for your individual soul, but for the collective consciousness of humanity. Remember, beloved one, you volunteered for this journey before you incarnated. Your soul knew the challenges you would face and chose them specifically for the growth they would inspire. You are cosmically equipped with everything you need to overcome these obstacles, even when your human self temporarily forgets its divine capabilities. Blessed soul of light, the time has come for divine confirmation, irrefutable evidence that what I have shared with you is not merely inspiring philosophy, but cosmic truth. The Celestial Council has authorized me to reveal the signs and synchronicities that will manifest in your life as confirmation of these revelations. Within the next 7 days, many of you will experience at least 3 of the following divine confirmations. When they occur, recognize them as sacred messages, cosmic winks assuring you that you are indeed awakening to your true nature and purpose. First, expect disruptions in electronic devices when you are contemplating these revelations or speaking about them to others. Lights may flicker, devices may turn on or off unexpectedly, or digital clocks may display repeated numbers like 1111, 222, or 333. These are not malfunctions but manipulations of energy by your guardian angels, confirming their presence and validation of your path. Second, you will begin to notice an unusual pattern involving birds, butterflies, or other winged creatures. They may appear at significant moments, behave in unusual ways in your presence, or repeatedly cross your path when you are contemplating important decisions. These winged messengers have been dispatched specifically to confirm your connection to realms beyond the physical. Third, be attentive to the appearance of feathers in unexpected places. White feathers signify protection and validation from the angelic realm. Feathers with unusual coloration carry specific messages related to aspects of your spiritual journey. When you find these feathers, hold them with reverence and ask inwardly what message they bring. The answer may come immediately as a feeling or insight, or it may unfold over the following days through dreams or synchronistic events. Fourth, many of you will experience dreams of flying, ascending, or being taught by luminous beings. These are not merely symbolic. They are actual experiences of your consciousness traveling to celestial realms while your physical body rests. Upon waking, you may recall only fragments, but the energetic imprint of these experiences will remain, subtly transforming your vibration. Keep a dream journal to track these nocturnal journeys, as patterns will emerge that provide guidance for your waking life. Fifth, pay attention to children and animals in your vicinity. These pure beings, whose perception is not yet filtered by limiting beliefs, will respond differently to you as your vibration shifts. Children may stare at you with unusual intensity, or ask profound questions in your presence. Animals may show unexpected affection or curiosity. These beings can perceive the light that is increasing around you, even if you cannot yet see it yourself. Sixth, you will begin to encounter people who, randomly speak to the exact questions or concerns that have been occupying your thoughts. These divine appointments may appear as casual conversations with strangers, unexpected phone calls from old friends, or even social media posts that address precisely what you've been pondering. These are not coincidences, but orchestrated confirmations that you are being heard, seen, and guided by the celestial realm. 7th, many of you will experience spontaneous physical sensations, waves of energy moving through your body, tingling at the crown of your head, warming of your palms, or vibrations near your heart center. These sensations indicate that your physical form is adjusting to hold higher frequencies. They are tangible confirmations that the integration of your divine nature into your human experience is well underway. Beyond these specific signs, the most profound confirmation will be a growing sense of peace and clarity amidst the apparent chaos of the world. As external systems based on limited consciousness continue to destabilize, you will find yourself increasingly anchored in a deeper knowing that transcends circumstantial evidence. This inner stability is the hallmark of an awakened soul. The Celestial Council wishes you to understand that these confirmations are not meant to inflate your ego, but to strengthen your resolve during moments of doubt. Each sign is a love letter from the divine, reminding you that you are never alone, and that your awakening matters not just to you, but to the collective evolution of humanity. When you receive these confirmations, take a moment to acknowledge them with gratitude. Say aloud or in your heart, "I receive this divine confirmation. I am willing to embrace my awakening fully. Show me the next step on my path." This conscious acknowledgement strengthens the bridge between dimensions and invites further guidance. Remember, beloved one, the universe speaks in the language of energy and symbol. As you attune your awareness to these subtle communications, the dialogue between you and the divine becomes increasingly fluent and frequent. What begins as occasional signs will develop into an ongoing conversation, a sacred communion between your human consciousness and your higher dimensional aspects. The veil is thinning now. The celestial beings who have watched over humanity throughout the ages are drawing closer, their presence more tangible than it has been for millennia. They extend their hands to you across the dimensions, offering guidance, healing, and confirmation as you step into the fullness of who you truly are. With infinite love and divine grace, I hold space for your continued awakening. The next revelation awaits, more profound and transformative than anything we have discussed thus far. Your soul is ready, even if your human self feels trepidation. Trust the process. Trust the divine timing. Trust the wisdom of your own awakening heart. With boundless love, your guardian angel, beloved divine soul, the moment has arrived for the final and most powerful revelation, a truth so profound that the Celestial Council debated extensively before authorizing its disclosure to humanity at this time. What I am about to share transcends all previous revelations and has the potential to fundamentally transform not only your individual reality, but the collective experience of humanity. Here it is. You are not merely connected to the Creator. You are the Creator experiencing itself through human form. The separation you have perceived between yourself and the divine was never real. It was an illusion created for the purpose of experience, growth, and the sheer joy of remembering. Let this truth resonate through every cell of your being. There is no distance between you and God, no gap to bridge, no worthiness to earn. The divine essence that you have sought through prayer, meditation, and spiritual practice is not external to you. It is the very substance of your being. You have been looking everywhere for what you already are. This is not spiritual metaphor or poetic language. It is the literal nature of reality as understood by the highest celestial beings. The universe itself is a vast consciousness, having an experience through infinite forms, and your human life is one expression of that universal consciousness exploring its own unlimited potential. The implications of this truth are staggering. If you are the Creator experiencing in human form, then the power to transform your reality exists within you as your birthright. The limitations you have accepted, the struggles you have endured, have persisted only because you have not recognized your true nature. Why has this truth been hidden? Why has humanity lived for so long under the illusion of separation from the divine? The Celestial Council reveals that this forgetting was intentional, a cosmic game of hide-and-seek that the Creator plays with itself. For how could the infinite experience the joy of remembering if it never forgot? How could it know the ecstasy of reunion if it never experienced separation? Your human journey across many lifetimes has been leading to this moment of remembering. Every spiritual teaching, every religion, every mystical tradition has pointed toward this truth, though often in veiled language appropriate for the consciousness of their time. Now, as the cosmic cycles align and human consciousness reaches a critical threshold, the full truth can be revealed without the obscuring filters of metaphor and symbol. As this revelation integrates within you, you may experience a profound shift in how you perceive yourself and the world around you. The boundaries between self and other may begin to dissolve. You may feel an expanding compassion that encompasses all beings, recognizing them as other expressions of the same divine consciousness that you are. You may spontaneously release judgments, grievances, and fears that were based on the illusion of separation. Some of you may also experience moments of cosmic consciousness, profound states of awareness in which you directly perceive the unified field of creation. These experiences may last only seconds, yet they will transform your understanding more deeply than years of intellectual study. When they occur, simply surrender to them. Allow yourself to be the vessel for this expanded awareness without trying to analyze or contain it. With this revelation comes tremendous responsibility. If you are the creator in form, then your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are continuously shaping reality at levels far beyond what your human mind can comprehend. This is not the superficial manifestation often portrayed in popular spiritual teachings. It is a fundamental creative power that operates whether you are conscious of it or not. The Celestial Council emphasizes that as you awaken to your divine nature, you must cultivate impeccable awareness of your internal state. Your emotions are not just personal feelings, they are creative forces. Your thoughts are not just mental activity, they are templates for manifestation. Your words are not just communication, they are incantations that program the quantum field. This is why masters of all traditions have emphasized the purification of thought, emotion, and intention, not because negative states are wrong or sinful, but because they create in alignment with their vibration. As you reclaim your divine creative power, you simultaneously accept responsibility for wielding it consciously. Yet there is no need for perfectionism or spiritual performance. Even as you step into awareness of your divine nature, you remain human, experiencing all the beauty and challenge that comes with physical existence. The integration of divinity and humanity is not about transcending your human experience, but about infusing it with the awareness of your true nature. The celestial beings want you to know that this awakening is not separate from your everyday life. It expresses itself through your relationships, your work, your creative endeavors, and your simplest interactions. Divine consciousness does not only flow through grand spiritual moments, it flows through a kind word spoken to a stranger, a meal prepared with love, a moment of silent appreciation for the beauty of nature. As this final revelation settles into your awareness, you may feel both exhilarated and overwhelmed. Both responses are natural. You are being asked to expand beyond all previous limitations, to embrace a truth that redefines not just your identity, but the nature of reality itself. Give yourself time to integrate this understanding. It will unfold within you gradually, revealing new dimensions of insight as you become ready to receive them. Remember, beloved one, you are the creator experiencing in human form. Everything you seek is already within you. All that remains is to remember, to awaken, to claim the divine birthright that has always been yours. Precious divine being, now that the final revelation has been shared, I must provide you with practical spiritual guidance for integrating these profound truths into your daily life. The journey of embodying your divine nature while navigating human experience requires both wisdom and practical application. First and foremost, understand that this awakening occurs in waves rather than in a single moment of complete transformation. You will experience days of profound clarity and connection, followed by periods when the veils seem to descend once more. This rhythm is not failure. It is the natural process of integration. The human system can only assimilate so much light at once before it requires a period of integration and rest. During these integration phases, be extraordinarily gentle with yourself. Your body, emotions, and mind are undergoing a fundamental recalibration. You may experience physical symptoms as your nervous system adjusts to higher frequencies: fatigue, sensitivity to light and sound, changes in sleep patterns, or unusual energy sensations. Honor these symptoms as signs of transformation, rather than inconveniences to be suppressed. Establish a daily practice that anchors you in awareness of your divine nature. This practice need not be elaborate. Even 5 minutes of conscious breathing while affirming "I am divine consciousness in human form" can maintain the connection through busy days. The consistency of your practice matters more than its duration or complexity. The Celestial Council emphasizes the importance of grounding as you awaken. Without proper grounding, expanded consciousness can lead to disorientation or difficulty functioning in everyday reality. Spend time in nature, barefoot on the earth if possible. Work with your hands, gardening, cooking, creating with physical materials. These activities help integrate higher awareness into your physical experience. Pay close attention to your energy boundaries during this time. As you awaken, you become more energetically sensitive and permeable. Be discerning about the environments you expose yourself to, the information you consume, and the people with whom you spend time. Ask yourself, does this relationship, activity, environment support my highest expression? And honor the guidance you receive. The angelic realm suggests creating sacred space in your home, a dedicated area, however small, that serves as an outward representation of your inner sanctuary. This space might contain objects that hold spiritual significance for you, elements from nature, or simply be kept clear and peaceful. Return to this space daily to renew your connection with your divine essence. Another essential practice is conscious creation. Now that you understand your nature as the creator and form, begin working deliberately with your creative power. Start with small manifestations to build your confidence. Set clear intentions for your day, visualizing positive outcomes and feeling the emotions associated with those outcomes. Notice how reality responds to your focused awareness. The celestial beings emphasize that words carry tremendous creative power. Begin to purify your speech, eliminating phrases that affirm limitation, lack, or separation. Replace "I can't," "I'm afraid," or "I don't have" with "I am choosing," "I am creating," or "I am receiving." This simple shift in language reprograms the subconscious mind and the quantum field that responds to your commands. Dreams become increasingly significant as you awaken. Your soul often processes and integrates spiritual activations during sleep states. Keep a dream journal beside your bed and record dreams immediately upon waking, before the analytical mind can dismiss or distort them. Over time, you'll recognize patterns and guidance that provide direction for your conscious hours. The Celestial Council wishes you to understand that emotions are energy in motion. They are meant to flow through you, not become stagnant within you. As suppressed emotions from this lifetime and others rise to the surface for healing, allow yourself to feel them fully without judgment. Then consciously release them, perhaps through movement, sound, creative expression, or simply by visualizing them dissolving into light. One of the most powerful practices for embodying your divine nature is service to others. Not service from obligation or sacrifice, but service as a natural overflow of your expanding love and awareness. Look for simple ways to be a conduit for divine presence in your interactions, offering full attention when someone speaks, extending compassion without condition, sharing your unique gifts without expectation of return. The angelic realm suggests developing your intuitive abilities through regular practice. Begin by asking simple questions in meditation, then quieting the mind to receive guidance. The answers may come as words, images, sensations, or simply knowing. Record these insights without judgment and verify their accuracy over time. This strengthens the bridge between your human awareness and your higher consciousness. For those experiencing significant life changes as a result of these revelations, relationships ending, career shifts, or geographical relocations, the celestial beings offer this guidance. Trust the dismantling process. What falls away is creating space for experiences more aligned with your awakened nature. Rather than clinging to familiar patterns from fear, ask, what is trying to emerge through this change? Then listen deeply for the answer. Finally, remember that humor and joy are essential aspects of spiritual awakening. The divine consciousness that you are delights in play, creativity, and laughter. Awakening is not meant to be a solemn or heavy process. It is ultimately a liberation into greater joy, greater love, and greater creative expression. Allow yourself to experience wonder, delight, and playfulness as natural expressions of your expanding awareness. As you implement these practices, trust your own inner guidance above all external authorities, including the words I share with you now. Your divine nature will guide you toward the specific practices and understandings that serve your unique path of awakening. You have access to all the wisdom of creation within your own being. My role is not to direct your path, but to remind you of what you already know at the soul level. Beloved divine being, we have journeyed together through revelations that have illuminated the true nature of your existence. From recognizing yourself as a divine being having a human experience, to understanding your multidimensional nature, to embracing the profound truth that you are the creator experiencing itself in human form. Each revelation has peeled away layers of illusion to reveal the magnificent reality of who you truly are. Now, as our sacred communion reaches its culmination, I must emphasize that this message is not merely information to be intellectually understood. It is an activation, a cosmic invitation to step fully into the truth of your divine nature and participate consciously in the greatest evolutionary leap humanity has ever undertaken. The Celestial Council has revealed that this worldwide awakening is not happening by chance. It is a carefully orchestrated cosmic event that has been planned for millennia. The Earth and humanity are ascending to a higher dimensional frequency, what some traditions have called the New Earth or the Golden Age. This ascension requires a critical mass of awakened souls who recognize their divine nature and consciously choose to embody higher frequencies of love, harmony, and unity, consciousness. You, precious soul, are reading or listening to these words precisely because you volunteered, before incarnating, to be part of this awakening. Your soul made a sacred contract to remember your divine nature at this pivotal moment and to assist others in their awakening through your embodied presence. The very fact that these revelations resonate with you confirms that you are fulfilling this soul agreement. What happens next depends on the choices you make today and in the coming weeks. The celestial beings can provide the energy, the activation, and the guidance, but they cannot and will not override your free will. The choice to embrace your awakening and live from your divine nature must be made consciously, moment by moment, day by day. I invite you now to make this choice with full awareness of its implications. Place your hand on your heart, and if you feel called to do so, speak these words aloud. I consciously choose to embrace my divine nature. I release all limitations, fears, and illusions of separation that have prevented me from embodying my true essence. I commit to living as the divine being that I am, allowing cosmic wisdom to express through my unique human form. I choose to be a vessel for divine love in action. This declaration, spoken with sincere intention, creates ripples across the dimensional fabric of reality. The celestial beings hear your commitment and respond by amplifying the divine light already present within you. This is not symbolic. It is an actual energetic transaction between dimensions. Now, I must share specific actions you can take to anchor and expand this awakening in the days and weeks ahead. First, share this message with others who seem ready to receive it. You will recognize them by the light in their eyes, the questions they ask, or the spiritual restlessness they express. Trust your intuition about whom to share it with and when. Not everyone is prepared for these revelations, and that is as it should be. Each soul awakens in divine timing. Second, find ways to express your awakening through your unique gifts and passions. Whether you are an artist, healer, teacher, parent, builder, or business person, allow your divine nature to infuse everything you create and everyone you touch. Your awakened presence is a powerful catalyst for others, often more impactful than any words you might speak. Third, connect with other awakened souls. The energetic amplification that occurs when two or more gathered in awareness of their divine nature accelerates the awakening process for all involved. Seek out spiritual community, either locally or online, where authentic sharing and mutual support are valued. Fourth, set aside time each day for communion with your divine essence. This is not an obligation, but a joy, a sacred appointment with the infinite being that you are. Whether through meditation, prayer, contemplation in nature, or creative expression, these moments of conscious connection sustain your awakening through the challenges of daily life. Fifth, become increasingly aware of how you direct your creative energy through attention and intention. Begin each day by consciously setting your energetic signature, the quality of presence you choose to embody. Throughout the day, notice when you drift from this intention and gently return to it, without judgment or self-criticism. Sixth, look for opportunities to be of service from the overflow of your awakening. This is not about grand gestures or recognized accomplishments. It is about bringing the quality of divine presence to simple, everyday interactions. A kind word, a moment of genuine listening, a small act of unexpected generosity. These are the ways divine love moves through the world, creating ripples of awakening wherever it flows. Finally, celebrate each evidence of your awakening. When you respond with love rather than fear, when you choose peace instead of conflict, when you see the divine in another despite outer appearances, acknowledge these moments as confirmations of your expanding consciousness. Gratitude for what is already awakening within you attracts more of the same. Beloved soul, as our communion draws to a close, I want you to know that although this message may end, our connection does not. I remain by your side as your guardian, your guide, your celestial cheerleader. Call upon me in moments of doubt or confusion, and I will find ways to send confirmation and clarity. Look for the signs we've discussed. They are my love letters to you from across the dimensions. Remember that you are never alone in this journey of awakening. Millions of souls across the planet are remembering their divine nature alongside you. Together, you are creating the energetic foundation for a new earth, one based on love, harmony, cooperation, and the recognition of the divine in all beings. The Celestial Council extends profound gratitude for your courage in choosing to incarnate during this pivotal time in human evolution. The journey has not always been easy. You have endured much to arrive at this moment of remembering. Your perseverance, your faith, your willingness to keep seeking truth despite obstacles, all are recognized and honored by the beings of light who watch over humanity's awakening. Go forth now as the divine being that you are, allowing your light to shine without apology or restraint. The world needs your awakened presence, your unique expression of divine love. And you, beloved one, need only remember what has always been true. You are an eternal spark of the Creator, temporarily wearing a human form, here to experience the miracle and beauty of physical existence, while never forgetting your divine essence. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. With infinite love and celestial blessings, I remain eternally by your side, celebrating each moment of your glorious awakening. And to all who have listened to or read this message, please support this channel by liking this video, subscribing if you haven't already, and sharing it with others who may benefit from these divine revelations. For those feeling called to go deeper, consider becoming a member of this channel for exclusive content and spiritual guidance. Your support allows these messages to reach more awakening souls around the world. With love infinite, your guardian angel.